Oh, God. Guys, y'all not going to believe this. Corey Holcomb and his lawyer just slandered the lead attorney. Oh, my God.
To try and be like, okay, well, I'm going to show you this part of the conversation. Okay, if you want it again, you got to go back and watch it again, and then you get this part of the conversation. I never chopped it up like that. But I do have to protect myself now because of the lies and the narratives created, put out there against me. I'm proud to say I haven't had any drama with law enforcement, basically, as I've been an adult. When I was young, I had a shoplifting charge. Me and my guys, we thought we could steal, but I realized this ain't finna be my life. So what I'm trying to get at is this, because I'm finna bring my man on. The liars are so in power. The wicked is so in power. This week, somebody lied and they tricked a lot of people into thinking that they didn't lie. The conversation they had, I said, wow, did people really fall for that? Because this is a lie.
That's kind of like listening to you tell the story of what happened between you and Anton. That's kind of like listening to you tell the story between what happened with you and that woman. I'm just saying, you got some nerve.
Liar. This man lied, and then I'm not a lawyer.
Say the name. Say the name.
In court, that conversation he had with the people, I'm talking about leading a nigga ass law.
Oh, we back to it. Oh, we back to it.
Leading a nigga ass law.
Oh, we back to it.
That conversation he had with people would only work with the feeble minds.
Look at him.
I have not seen or talked to lead in a nigga ass law since we said goodbye to him at the Yard House. Me, Darlene, and Craig. And we thought he was a well-intended guy, which is why last week I thought I was trying to say, damn, man, you lied. You ain't said nothing. So, okay, I'll back up off you. But no, he came back with a presentation of bullshit for the feeble minds. And I pray for the feeble minds because they fell for that. I'm going to play before I bring on the brother.
That's how the black people always be whenever they trying to convince somebody to believe they BS. They always try to be like, oh, y'all just weak-minded. Oh, y'all just believe anything. Oh, that's the European mindset. Oh, that's what the white people want you to believe.
Who I said, he's known for helping people. And trust me, I can't believe that I finally got somebody to help me like this, because it's hard to find people to help you like this. Hey, Abe, do you have that audio when the brother Derek Dion gave a call about leading a nigga ass law? Do you have that? My attorney called about this situation just to check something as thorough people would do.
I'm just saying.
This is just a small chunk of what we have found with this guy right here. This is a farce. But can you play that video when, play the video when Derek called about dude.
Membership, Rachel speaking.
Yes, Rachel. My name is Attorney Derek Dion. I'm an attorney licensed down here in Houston, Texas. And I wanted to refer one of my friends to a divorce attorney in Atlanta, but I wanted to check his membership status first.
Okay, what's the name?
His name is Jameson, Jameson, Corey with a C, and last name Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Jameson Campbell is...
Sorry, Lee. I'm not participating in that. That qualifies as doxing. That's number one. That's doxing. Lee has not made his identity public to the world. That's doxing.
Y'all heard that shit? First of all, most of you motherfuckers didn't even know his mother.
Sorry, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Heard that shit?
I'll fix it.
Y'all heard that shit?
Jameson Campbell is currently on inactive status.
I just needed y'all to hear that part because this is how stupid they are. These guys are idiots. And, and these are idiots. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Because one, the lead attorney is retired. He's retired. Of course he's not active.
Y'all heard that shit? First of all, most of you motherfuckers didn't even know his motherfucking name, and you believed in this motherfucker. This nigga won your heart with a nickname.
Bro,
My name is Corey
Doxing,
Holcomb.
bro. That's doxing. That's doxing. It's called a stage name. It's to protect. I shouldn't have to explain this to you morons, but everybody doesn't have to be held accountable to the risks associated with their views on a platform. This is so elementary and just so stupid because Corey Holcomb you never gonna, like, if we just gonna be honest, a dude like Corey Holcomb is never gonna do anything in life other than be a comedian or a podcaster. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. He's never gonna be anything, and he was never gonna be anything in life other than a podcaster or a comedian. Sorry. So excuse the French toast out of me or anybody else because they're trying to protect their identity or because they have a life outside of YouTube, man. This is so lame.
My attorney name is Derek Dion. This ain't the only thing we discovered about this lead in a nigga-ass law fake motherfucker. I don't want to take it all over. My brother
Lee literally says in every video this is not legal.
has taken the time out his busy schedule to come on and talk about this with me. Brother Dion, can you hear me?
It's pathetic, man.
Can you hear me?
Brother Dion, listen. I'm gonna turn it over to you and just let you say what you're gonna say right now. But I got a couple of questions that we can put out there for this fake ass motherfucker that I think is an operative because his profile doesn't look real. But is it something you want to tell the people? Because this fake motherfucker called you out.
Now, lead AI now. Oh, shout out to Lead. Oh, we just broke it. Lead is AI. Oh, my
Your
God.
name.
Lead
and I don't
is
know
AI.
why he did that. If he's really a man who is a lawyer, but I'm just saying.
Lead is not AI. Lead is not AI.
Is it something you want to say in the beginning? Because you've done the research on this. You know what's happening, Dion. Derek?
Definitely. Well, I want to talk directly to lead attorney. You know, when he first reached out to me, he reached out to me as a comrade, a brother, and a friend. And, you know, I trusted this guy. I never thought that he would use me for content. See, I'm a real trial lawyer. I'm not a YouTube lawyer. I don't understand how this whole content works. If you look at my YouTube page, I have 2 subscribers. He has 600,000. Now, when he first reached out to me, I didn't know that he had a relationship with Corey at first.
Lead attorney has some of the most entertaining live streams on YouTube. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you look, hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
First, I didn't know he was on Corey's show, so he really was backdooring Corey to try to get me on his show to do this interview. And we'll get to the whole part of whether Corey gave me consent or not at the end of this. But first, I want to talk about lead attorney. After he got on this show and basically disrespected me in my practice, I hired a private investigator, Sergeant Sean Morgan, down here in Fort Bend County in Texas. And one thing that we noticed about lead attorney is that, you know, for the last 25 years, he's paraded around everywhere. And for like the last 5 years, going under the name lead attorney. But if you look at all of his products, services, everything that it offers, he's never used his real name. I bet you don't know.
The reason why he doesn't use his real name is obviously because he's trying to protect his professional and personal identity. That's not a point of contention, or it shouldn't be. Like, come on. In real life, if somebody on YouTube says something that you don't like, that can affect you in real life. And the fact that you're judging someone for using a stage name, Lee retired. If I'm correct, Lee was in the transition out of law when he started YouTube. And he does still do work. He just doesn't practice law. Now, I think now, like I said, I watched the lead attorney. I think it's mediation work. I'm not sure if he's still doing that, you know what I mean, because of, you know, what's going on. But the point is, these people think that they're doing some clever deep dive and they're just ignorant. They're ignorant.
His real name. So my private investigator found out that his real name was Jamison Corey Campbell. And I reached out to the state bar and his license is inactive.
Because he's retired.
I pull the rules out of Georgia, even though I'm out of Texas.
Your daddy don't care about you. He a deadbeat. He be with them other kids by that lady he married to. Your daddy ain't paying no child support for you. That was enough for us to get stuff with.
Irritated by the streets and the freedom of manhood.
This guy's been on a major platform.
Was that slander protection? Was that what they call like a technical Freudian slip? Let me know something. What was going on? Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Look, I understand. I had a little beeping. You can't control when. Look. Somehow people always want you when you recording. Look, I can't control that. I'm working on it. But guess what? This man is Corey got money. His production sucks. This man, the guest is talking, and y'all just played a random song in the middle of it. Why were you doing this? Because you know that the lawyer was saying something that was inappropriate, or are y'all just incompetent? I'm gonna take a chapter out of Lee's book, and we're gonna two options. Either y'all are incompetent, or you were trying to protect yourselves because you knew that he was saying something he ain't had no business saying, which you guys are gonna keep doing, and you've already done it. But let's go ahead.
He's been on DJ Vlad. He's been on Corey Holcomb's show. He's been on a lot of people's shows giving legal advice when this guy's license is inactive. And, you know, I would never accept being critiqued, judged, or ridiculed by somebody who's faking as a lawyer.
That's slander. That's slander. Lead is not faking as a lawyer. The lead attorney is retired. He says literally after every stream, when he's doing this thing, he says, this is not legal advice. He says, don't send me your legal advice. He says, I can give you an opinion or legal perspective. He's not giving legal advice. So this is slander. This is direct slander. You guys... Corey, you finna have to pay a lot of money, bro. This is crazy.
Man, I definitely understand. I didn't even want to bring you in this mess online because it's a war against me. And he found a slick way to jump in this war because YouTube, Derek, is based off popularity, whether it's good.
You called him lead in a nigga ass attorney. What was he supposed to say? You called him a liar. The man was just giving his opinion, commenting just like everybody else. You the one that mentioned him on your show. This is why Corey is like a female, bro. He cannot take accountability for nothing.
Or bad. So when he lied and said, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to you, that's when I said he's lying.
He never said that. He said it was okay. And this is why people need to have comprehension skills. And this is why I said in the last video talking about this back and forth is that Corey doesn't have comprehension skills. Lee never said he talked to Corey. Lee said that the attorney said he was cleared to talk to him. You saw from the text message, that's what he said. Now, Lee assumed that the attorney did his due diligence. That's why he was calling out your practice, idiot.
And he tried to switch it around like you lied when the truth is you never talked to him about my case. Am I right?
Lee never said he talked to him about the case. He said he wanted to talk to him about the case.
Never talked to him about your case. See, the thing is that when he reached out to me, I was a little hesitant because his email, or within his email, signature block, there was no legal name, there was no office address, there was no office phone number, there was no office email. He emailed me from a Gmail account. I mean, I was just a little hesitant to deal with this guy because, I didn't know anything about him. I wanted to vet him. I'm a trial lawyer, right? I've closed out 1,088 cases, 50 appeals. My cases have been in law books as binding authority. So I don't just go on popularity. I want to look into this guy, vet him, and check him out. And I was hesitant from the beginning, but with him being an African American lawyer, I'm seeing he has a big following. I'm like, this guy is legit. But because he lacked so many things, I was very hesitant. But ultimately, after he
So now you judging the lead because he went and emailed you from his YouTuber's email. When he's a YouTube, you know what? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. This requires a lot more in-depth analysis, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is slander. This is slander, and we're gonna review this whole thing. You know what? I'm gonna make an exception. We are going through this whole thing because it's just too much. This is slander. The man said that Lead is practicing law when Lead has said that he's an attorney. He's accusing Lead of a crime. That is slander. We don't come on, nothing oh my God. Boy, I'm not gonna lie, these guys are so simple, but we gonna try to get through this, man. Let's try to get through this. It's just frustrating, man, because it's like maybe the lead was right. That's what I think. I think the lead was right because this lawyer can't be that smart.
He insulted me on his show. I hired my private investigator who I talked to, and he gave me some information. But I also talked to my good friend Durante Partridge, who's an attorney in Atlanta, who stopped by lead attorney's office, and we have pictures of this, only to find that he operated out of a trap house in Atlanta that
I
has
heard
burglar
about
bars.
that.
Yeah, it's a trap house, burglar bars on the front door. It's a commercial mail place. I mean, this guy is, I mean, he's had the whole world fooled, right?
Yeah.
No staff, law trapping. I mean, this
We
guy
got a
is
picture of the place. Did you send them a picture of the place
I
where his
surely
office
did.
is supposed to be?
I surely did. That would be slide that would be slide 15 for the engineer.
You got that? Hey, because it's just like I understand they're after me. They want me to look bad. And I'm just saying, it's like, okay, but
You know what the problem is? You're about to see how silly these guys are.
this guy lied. See what he did? He said, you remember the part where you said, I'm clear to talk? I'm sure
Right.
you were telling him, yeah, I'm clear to talk.
Right.
What
Well,
about
I'll
it?
break I will break that entire story down. So when he reached out to me, I said, "Hey, I need to speak to Corey first to see if I'm clear to speak about this." I ultimately learned that he had been on your show. You talked to him, you guys were good friends. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's telling me that, "Hey, I want to support Corey." Oh, I'm clear for that. You're a good guy, you've been on the show, etc., etc. Corey's a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. You have to go through the ranks to get to Corey sometimes. So no, Corey did not clear me to talk to him. But at the same time, this guy's saying that he's a friendly guy, and he's saying he's here to support Corey. And I know what to say on a lawyer's show and what not to say. And anything I'm going to say is just going to help Corey. So I didn't think it was a big deal.
Guys, did y'all hear that? No, let's be for real. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna rewind it for you.
I ultimately learned that he had been on your show. You talked to him, you guys were good friends. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's telling me that, hey, I want to support Corey. Oh, I'm clear for that. You're a good guy, you've been on the show, etc., etc. Corey's a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. You have to go through the ranks to get to Corey sometimes. So no, Corey did not clear me to talk to him. But at the same time, this guy's saying that he's a friendly guy, and he's saying he's here to support Corey. And I know what to say on a lawyer's show and what not to say.
You just confirmed what the lead attorney said. You weren't cleared to talk, but you said you were. Like, hold on.
And anything I'm going to say is just going to help Corey.
Right?
So I didn't think it was a big deal. But
So I didn't think it was a big deal.
Guy, he took that to say that I did something unethical.
That's spinning, bro. That's spinning, bro. The lead attorney said that when he talked to you, you said you were going to run it by Corey, and then you came back and said you were cleared to talk, right? You just said that you were doing research and you found out that, oh, he was on the show and all that stuff. So you said it was okay for you to go on the show without Corey clearing it. So all you did was confirm the lead attorney said. The lead attorney said either Corey didn't know, either Corey's lying or you knew and didn't tell Corey. What the lead attorney accused you of being unethical about was that he didn't actually say you were being unethical. He said you had a duty to notify the person that you're representing if you're going to be on a platform representing them. And by God, the context clues say that the lead attorney assumed that you were doing your due diligence. You not doing your due diligence is on you, buddy.
Would be I settled Corey's case without his permission. I filed a lawsuit without running it by Corey. We're talking about a news interview, right? Lawyers get on the news at the drop of a dime every freaking day. It's not a big deal. But when you
It's not a big deal. But you didn't do it. But it's not a big deal.
dealing with this YouTube guy, he's going to take something small, right? Just to get clicks, likes, comments, and subscribes.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you know, this guy's engaging in the unauthorized practice of the law, which is illegal. So for him to comment on me, I mean, I was just a little bit taken aback and surprised.
You can't say something like that and not have proof.
There is no right or wrong in this crooked YouTube game because the things that's being said about me, like I said, man, I don't have criminal history like that. I don't have history like none of this stuff that they're saying I'm doing. So I want to welcome you to the cold-blooded fuck shit YouTube game.
I see. I mean, this is worse than court.
Yeah, it's have-nots trying to build position in society because they have no position in society. My position in society comes from being a stand-up comedian over 30 years. Your position in society comes from actually practicing law and watch this, helping people. Helping people. I know who you are, Brother Derek. I can't believe you're around helping me, to be quite honest. I'm glad you're around helping me.
Off his lap,
and now they got a picture of this. This is a mailbox place where it's supposed to be his office. How much does he charge? How much does he pay a month for this office?
$7.98. No
he
joke.
got a mailbox for $7.98, perpetrating like he's, listen, if you could read those signs that are up there, I encourage you to screenshot that and read those signs. This guy.
If that's a mailbox or a P.O. box, like I said, I shouldn't have to explain, especially to the lawyer. You shouldn't have to explain. But see, this is why it's so disingenuous and so sick what Corey is doing, because and his attorney, really, because his attorney should know better. His attorney is actually the one who's being intentionally. I don't know which one is worse. I think they're both being intentionally, and that's why I used the word slander earlier, because it's malicious misrepresentation, because you're arguing under the pretense that lead is pretending to be an attorney, that lead is practicing as an attorney. That's not the case. That's not what he's doing. But what do I like? Come on. It's just and it's doxing too. They're doxing him, and it's not cool. It's really
is fooling so many out of Trap Out.
That's right.
I mean, come on, man.
Exactly what he's doing.
So if he has no office to go to, he gets dressed up for play, right?
Right. I mean, if you look at those law books, those things might be hollow.
Guys, I just looked up the definition of doxing just for the context and just a quick Google search, and it says that doxing is the action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. I'm not going to go back to it. They didn't put this whole man's full name out here. First, middle, and last name. And then they dropped his P.O. box. P.O. box is not so bad. But it's the fact that, and the reason why I say that is because they're stupid, because obviously he's using that to forward his mail or as his business address under the YouTube business, because obviously low life like y'all would literally go and expose it the minute you get mad of it. You literally prove the point of why he would need to do it in the first place. I'm just being real with you. This is so lame. This is so lame. And like I said, his attorney, you know this. You know this. Or maybe Lee was right and you're a crappy attorney.
My books are real back here. Not all law books, but they are real. I don't know if that's a green screen. Every time I see his degree, I have to squint my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, this guy is, I mean,
was he able to operate? I mean, was he able to activate some type of law degree this week?
Why are you just pulling that out of like, he just pulling that out of his behind. Like, come on, bro. It's like, what's wrong with this dude? You know what I mean? Just fishing.
No, I mean, I called the bar today and his license is inactive. I called because, see, I found it online that it was inactive, but then I saw some stuff that said it was active. So, you know, I don't want to say anything about somebody, unlike him, that I don't fully vet.
He's
Which
retired.
is why I called the state bar, talked to Ms. Rachel, who was a part of the state bar membership department, and said his license is inactive.
Lee said it. Lee said that he's retired and he was doing some mediation. Now, because of certain circumstances, I'm not sure if he's doing that at all. But I'm just saying, like, you guys are fishing and don't even know what you're talking about. If you just like this is pathetic. This is so disgusting.
And if you go to his website, he's giving divorce advice and charging people for it. So,
and that's illegal, right?
That's every lawyer knows that. Every lawyer knows
it's
that.
Not illegal
that is
to give somebody counsel in the context of the way that the lead does it. Obviously, it's not illegal. I mean, really, it's not illegal. It's not the same thing as I'm giving you legal advice. He's not giving them legal advice. He's giving them perspective from a person who was in law. There's a difference. It's the same thing as when he gets on his YouTube channel and then he breaks down a situation. All he does is says, hey, man, look, you know what I mean? And look, I didn't get this particular service from him, but you know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. And that's what I mean when I'm saying that they're trying to straw man and just fish for like something that's not really there. Because the lead in reality, what he does is, he listens to these people. They tell him what's going on. And then he probably was like, hey, man, look, I'm going to be real with you. This is probably what's going on from my experience. So, hey, look, this is how you should probably move. It's the same thing as a lawyer talking to his friend. That's not giving his lawyer legal advice. Now, you're paying for the counsel. Really, you're not paying for the legal advice. Really, if we really be honest, you're paying for the conversation or the access to lead, and then you're paying for his insight. So he's not giving you legal advice. It's not legal counsel. Like, and you're intentionally trying to be deceptive with words, and that's the truth.
Authorized practice of law, and that is what he's doing. And you know, I'm curious as to his response because I have all of the evidence here. I have a binder with 30 pieces of exhibits, not receipts. We don't say receipts in court. We say exhibits. So, you know,
He's a YouTuber. That's how YouTubers talk. He's been YouTubing for a while. That's so petty. Like, you so child. Like, this. I know this is why Corey riding his nuts so much, because he just as childish as Corey is.
I mean, this guy's a joke, man. I can't
Yeah.
believe he mentioned my name. He didn't research me well enough. Couldn't have.
Most of the YouTube guys, they pretend to be smart, and they take advantage of the people who need the knowledge that's real. Because most of the people on YouTube don't know. Look, if you know anything about America, most people read at a 6th grade level. If you know anything about America, most people are not critical thinkers. So they actually think that presentation he gave meant that he was right. But I watched the presentation, I was like, what did he say that would make people think that what I said is not 1,000% the truth? I mean, I'm saying, like, the man lied. He's an outright liar.
Here's the main thing. On his website, he puts, I have 20 years of experience in the trenches of Atlanta, Georgia, practicing family law, et cetera, et cetera. I pulled the Fulton County court records, and he's only done 10 divorces in 25 years. On file, Fulton County is in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yes.
And the last case that he worked on was in 2019. So, I mean, this guy, look, this guy cannot be trusted. And if you do trust him, buyers beware. Beware.
I just want to make sure, it's illegal for him to be parading as a lawyer as he does with the classes and everything. That's illegal, right?
That's illegal. He's giving advice. I mean, it's directly on his site. I can read directly. I can go to tab 19, well, slide 19, and it says, get clear strategic advice from me. You'll learn what steps to take to protect your finances, custody, and legal position. We'll identify issues you may be missing and create a plan to avoid costly mistakes. Whether you're preparing to file, responding to divorce papers, already have an attorney, and watch this, need a second opinion. Now, if you're getting a second opinion, you're giving a second opinion as a lawyer. Or in the middle of a case by yourself, this confidential session gives you clarity and direction.
That's the lead attorney's website. You can literally go on his link and click it. That's not something really crazy. I mean, it says get clear strategic advice. You'll learn what steps to take. We'll identify issues. That doesn't say that he's giving legal advice. It said at the end of his website that he is not legal advice. That's what it says at the bottom of the page. Hopefully, if they're in good faith, they'll show that.
So this guy is practicing law, and here is the dangerous part about it. If he's not a lawyer, and you're telling him things, right? And on his site, he's saying, this is the thing that is so weird. On his site, if you turn to, let me find, let's see.
Put his cake ass on blast, because he up here acting like he good people.
Well, you can just go.
You know what? And I just did a quick Google search, and because, I mean, I don't care. We're gonna be specific. Like I said, I don't like what they're doing. Just to be specific, my specific Google search says, can a retired lawyer give counsel without being with it not being legal advice? That's what I said. It says a retired or inactive lawyer can provide general information, legal education, or act as a mediator, but they cannot provide specific legal advice to a client without it being considered the unauthorized practice of law. They must clearly distinguish their guidance as non-legal information to avoid violating the state bar licensing rules. Now, hold on. Just so you think I ain't just pulling it out my butt. Look. Now you see those sources, right? Key considerations. I mean, Definition of practice. In many jurisdictions, giving specific legal advice constitutes as a practice requiring active laws. Allowed activities. Retired lawyers may, however, provide information such as acting as a mediator, which Lee says that he does. He said that he's done that. Assisting in pro se, which is self-represented cases. He's not claiming to do that. He's not representing anybody. He's not going to court for anybody. He's not actively participating in anybody's cases. He's just listening and giving his opinion from someone who has been practicing law and specifically divorce and family law for over 20 years. Look, providing legal education or general non-case specific information, providing pro bono services, subject to specific strict state rules. You see this, right?
To his site. On his site, he's stating that, I'm not your attorney and I cannot provide legal advice. But then he goes on to charge you for actual legal advice. So this guy's a tricky guy. Like he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but he tries to word it a particular way. I mean, this guy has a real silver tongue, but he's giving you legal advice illegally. He shouldn't be doing it. Now, here's the thing. One prompt on his website says that no communication creates an attorney-client relationship, right? Now, if he's saying, I'm not your lawyer, it doesn't create an attorney-client relationship, and his license is inactive, then possibly the attorney-client privilege does not apply. So all of
No, like that's not a groundbreaking discovery. If he's not an active lawyer because he's retired, then why would they have attorney-client privilege? He's just telling you that because there's gonna be some idiot that's gonna be like, oh well, the lead attorney said I can do that, and he's not being clever right now.
these people who are telling him their deepest, darkest secrets, I snorted cocaine with my mistress. I beat my children. He's a family lawyer. He may be subpoenaed to testify against them because the attorney-client privilege doesn't apply. It's been waived.
You know how stupid you would have to be to go and involve lead attorney in your situation?
That is what you just said. He can't be subpoenaed to talk against them because he's not a lawyer.
He's not.
You know what? Just to be fair, I thought about how it could possibly happen. And if they got so deep into your finances that they were able to track that you paid for a session from the lead attorney, then I mean, yeah, it just is what it is, buddy. But I don't, like I said, he's clearly stating it's not legal advice. And I mean, there are ways around stuff.
Not a lawyer.
Wow.
That's in his website says it. It says it. And that's the thing. This guy is a dangerous guy. He needs to be stopped. He shouldn't be worried about me in an interview. He should be worried about the illegal things that he's doing. And he knows that. This is why his name has been hidden all this time.
Well, I believe I think he's got an operative written all over him. I was looking at that guy up and down when he was up here, and it was like, yo, okay. Because I was talking to him, that's when I was going through something with my divorce. And I asked him about it, and I could tell his hesitation that he didn't want to talk about it too much. But I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay. Excuse me. I was like, okay. This guy is not really he didn't want to dive into what I was getting into with a divorce, you know what I'm saying? But that's not for me to judge against him. But now that the work has been done on who this gentleman is, I just want to say to everybody who divulged sensitive information to him, you're fucked if he gets subpoenaed.
Right.
Because he will have to talk, and he can talk. Anyway, Derek, is there something else I'm forgetting about this guy that you want to say? Because, it's like the public, even though, do you know we are still supposed to save the public, even though the public will turn on you in a minute? They're fickle. Are you aware of that?
I am aware. One last thing I want to do is pull up slide 10. and then
Okay.
I think I'll be through.
Hey, so get
Exhibit 10.
slide 10 together. Get that on the screen, guys. I want to make sure he got everything. What's happening?
Niggas, this nigga smacking.
I got it up there? Okay. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, I was tripping about this beeping, and this nigga, this Negro is sitting there sloshing gum on with a microphone held up to his hand, and can't even get a normal microphone like everybody else. But you know what I mean. But want to hold a SM58, but no, that's neither here nor there.
10 from his website, under a quick note about my role, it says,
You hear him holding the mic up to his mouth, smacking that gum? That's so disgusting. Ugh. Maybe you can't hear it because I got a headphone on.
Compare that to the other slide. He's giving you legal advice, right?
Yeah.
Did you see what this says? And this is what I was talking about. It's legal information, coaching, and strategic guidance. It's not legal advice the way that they're trying to frame it as what they're trying to frame it like. And that's what my point is that, yeah, it might be a little gray, but I mean, gray and the legal are two different things.
All over the place. And this is what happens when you play YouTube, Lord.
This is so disgusting. Ugh.
You go back and forth.
Ugh.
Now, if you go to slide 21,
Ugh.
my last point.
First of all, their production so trash that they can't even get this man to have him talking, but then they got Corey smacking that gum on the mic, and I got this thing in my ear. Can you imagine? I'm literally hearing it.
Which is why I want to
Good Lord.
just be careful. Slide 21. If you look here, it says, do you understand, acknowledge, and agree that the lead attorney is not your attorney, and that no communication that you have with him will create an attorney-client relationship? So he's saying, I'm not your attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. This smacking, look like, come on, bro. Oh, I'm getting pissed. Oh my God.
There is no confidentiality.
This is disgusting.
Oh my God. So if you're telling this guy anything, he could be subpoenaed to talk.
Thank you.
He could be deposed. Be careful with this guy. This guy, let me tell you.
Some people don't know what attorney-client privilege is.
Look, man, this is why I hate when people like Corey Holcomb, because they learn about something, or they learned about something through their lived experience, and they act like, oh, everybody else ain't privileged to the information. No, you were the one in the bubble, buddy.
Do you want to explain it?
Right. So when you go to your doctor, okay, there's a HIPAA laws and doctor-client privilege. So if you tell that doctor you have some, maybe a venereal disease.
Bro, you look, man, and it's pissing me off. You know that gum done lost all the flavor. That's why he chewing it so fast, because it done lost all the flavor. He just chewing it just to chew it now. Ugh.
That doctor can't tell anybody that you have a venereal
Just
disease,
spit it out,
right? Because there's a
bro.
doctor-client privilege, there are HIPAA laws. Same thing with a lawyer. I've represented 1,088 people. I have a lot of secrets. When a client can come and tell me, hey, I did the worst thing in the world, I can't go and tell anybody that, right? I have to keep that a secret. If I'm subpoenaed, I can invoke the attorney-client privilege where I won't have to testify against him. This guy's parading around like he's a lawyer, and he's bringing people in, and they're not knowing this guy's really not, he's not who he says he is.
Right.
And so, you're telling him your secrets, and,
Why are
he
you
could be
holding the
subpoenaed.
mic? Just put the mic down, and you're not even saying nothing. That's the worst part. It'd be different if he was smacking and talking. He's not even talking. Put the mic away from your mouth.
Testify about it. So this lead attorney person he's one of the strangest people I have ever researched in my life.
Yeah.
I would say I wish him well, but I don't think it will be well for him.
Yeah. We ain't even got to go too much.
People that don't wish well on other people and wish negativity on other people usually are pretty sad in their own lives. Not only are they sad in their own lives, they usually have a downfall coming to them. And that's why Corey is losing money right now, because he's feeling he got a karma. He got a retribution. And that's the truth. He got that's the truth. I mean, yeah, look, you hate to see it. You hate to see it because at the end of the day, Corey's problem is he can't take accountability. The lawyer's problem is the lawyer can't take accountability and he's being deceitful. He know that he got caught. He even said it himself. He said that he confirmed that he could do the thing with Corey. So the lead never said that he talked to Corey. He never said he talked to Corey.
It's deeper on this guy. It's like because you can't make people see what they don't want to see sometimes.
Right.
But we speaking the truth. I ain't got no lies. I wish I would lie on somebody like that. If I ever was to lie, it's because my family's life is in jeopardy. They got me at gunpoint and stuff like that. I wouldn't lie about nothing like that, but they can say what they want to say, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming in here validating things because you know what I'm saying? There are people who do have critical thinking skills, and they heard you say, how many cases have you been involved with?
1,000.
Critical thinking skills are useless if you lack the comprehension to use them.
1,088.
Yeah.
1,088.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow because I know it's late out there where you
I
at.
hope y'all can hear this too, because if I didn't have to suffer through this sloshing in my ear, it's disgusting.
It is very.
Man, thank you for coming on and bringing some clarification to the situation because it was needed.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I talk to you tomorrow, brother.
Good night.
Gotcha.
Love, one love, man. That is brother Derek Dion, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a cold world out here, man. It's a cold world. Listen, YouTube is full of what people don't really want to believe is operatives. Have you ever seen anybody create a lie like they are trying to create on me? Have you ever seen this done before? And the reason why, because my show is one of the top watched shows on YouTube. I have influence over the minds of people. And I realize now, wow, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at me.
I'm not going to say this to everybody, but I think that there are a good number of people who specifically are just watching to watch you crash out.
If it wasn't for that, brother, TMZ would still be lying with a base head talking about, oh, she said you had a gun. They can't do it no more because that brother stepped in and put forth what needed to be put forth to stop the nonsense. But I'm not gonna lie, this media giant has other ways of getting at me, and they getting at me. But I'm telling you, all you bloggers, you can stop it because you belong to me. In a week or two, you're gonna see all this stuff you did to make me famous. It's unfortunate because I was lied on, but that's going to be my money from my videos. I never did this before because I never had to. But I'm like, oh, y'all gonna lie? Okay, you think you could just say what you want to say with my name and likeness and nothing happens? You'll see. That's gonna be my video you made. So please keep it up.
You hear what he just said? He threatening people. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. You know, he gonna pull an Arlette and put the content create. He gonna put the content ID. Oh, that's what happened. See, he realized that he couldn't get it all taken down. He probably was like, all right, let's see, buddy.
Don't let up this week, next week, or the week after that. I need this money. I'm trying to pay off this other property I just got. So keep it coming, because I'm going to display the check on the show. And listen, all my 5150 people, I have created an email where, wait a minute, first of all, I don't want to forget this about leading a nigga ass law, because I said something else. But here's an email. Listen, the email is 5150submit@gmail.com. 5150submit@gmail.com. All of these bloggers that you see lying about Corey Holcomb and the way he does things, because I've been doing these jokes for a long time, and I live a real good life doing these jokes. So you can say whatever you want to say about me and the jokes I crack, okay? But if you see these bloggers and they have a significant following, I would say at least 500 or more. Really, I want more than that. Matter of fact, if they got over 1,000 people listening to them, I want you to send an email to that address. This is where we're collecting them, where I'm going to collect my money. I think we need to have a big 5150 party after they have to start sending checks to me. And I'm talking about, yo, I am so glad I did this research to find out about this stuff. But here's another thing about leading a nigga-ass law. Abe, you know what video?
And just support, look, that was a threat. That was a threat. And maybe Corey isn't informed, but I mean, maybe most people not gonna have the resources to fight that. Some people can, and fair use is a thing. Fair use, I mean, it is a thing. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about, right? Listen, I want to say this again. I believe that Kevin Samuels, the late, great Kevin Samuels, was a great.
And guys, I also just want to say that slander is the key here, because what they're doing is they accuse Lee of committing a crime. They accuse Lee of committing a crime. They're accusing him of doing something illegal. And he 100%, I believe, will be in his right if he did pursue legal action against them, because they're slandering him.
Philosophizer on the situation that's happening with a lot of the women in society. I believe that, hands down. I think he was really good at what he did. But, you know that but is coming, especially in this case, but I always thought he had a feminine side that made me feel like, I can't prove this, made me feel like he preferred men. He was into relationships with men. That's what I believe. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I saw him interview guys and it made me go, okay, that was awkward right there. Now, I said that to show you a point. Tampon and lead in a nigga-ass law, it's another punk-ass attorney that I'm gonna bring him up later on. But lead in a nigga-ass law was very, very proud of his relationship with Kevin Samuels. He told me that he was a very close friend of Kevin Samuels. I'll just put it like that. I want to play this video to show how close they were. Abe, do you have the video? Just watch this. You judge for yourself.
Guys, to have all that money in his production is trash. Trash. You got time to sue. You got time to sue. Look, this how you know your priorities messed up. You got time to sue to block content creators and try to get money for properties, but you can't even get production team that know what they doing. That's pathetic. I'm just saying.
You put it on the screen for us to see, because we need to see this. It's like I thought I was doing some dope shit leading in. Okay, listen, don't play it. Let me know when you're ready to play it, okay? Because I can't make the point if it keeps cutting on and off. Let me know when you're ready to play it and it's ready to be played on the screen right there. I need to see it to make my point.
Kevin Samuels, man, he used to tell me all the time, he was like, get out from around these niggas. That it will keep you down. YouTube is humongous. I had a girlfriend at the time when I was dating Kevin, when I was dating a girl when me and Kevin started communicating on the phone.
That man just said when he was dating Kevin. The truth fall out your mouth sometime.
Digging, reaching, reach.
Play it one more time where it go all the way through it.
Kevin Samuels, man, he used to tell me all the time, he was like, get out from around these niggas. That it will keep you down. YouTube is humongous. I had a girlfriend at the time when I was dating Kevin, when I was dating a girl when me and Kevin started communicating on the phone.
Man, listen what I'm trying to tell you. This ain't for everybody. This for the real boys and girls. We know what it is, boy. This ain't for everybody. This for the real boys and girls. We know what it is.
That a real idiot.
This is the word that should be spoken out there. Instead of them fake, man, I called that man lead in a nigga ass law before I saw that video. I knew who that man was when he was sitting right over there. I knew who that man was. I was like, oh man, this man moist in a motherfucker, dog. This man moist in a motherfucker, dog. But I didn't hold it against him.
Not as moist as you are smacking that daggum gum. Jesus Christ.
But want me to tell you why I paid for not holding against him? For not holding that against him? This is why I paid for it. I said this on one of my shows before. If a man will hold a conversation with you, or if a man will be in any type of relationship with you, whether it be work or whatever, and he doesn't tell you, I sleep with men, he is acting in deceit. He's going to lie because he lives a lie, knowing
you don't know that man, this is what I'm talking about. That pisses me off, dog. You don't know that man sleeps with men. Stop it. You're literally slandering him, and you're too stupid to know it. You're an idiot. Corey Holcomb is an idiot. I'm sorry, because one, you don't know what a protected person is. Your lawyer's lying to you. You're just an idiot, bro. Come on.
And he hit a hole raw. If you got a man like that around you, we are trained to try to be kind in society, but God despises this type of behavior.
You know, God despises a lot of things, and a lot of those things end up applying to you. I'm just saying, we being real.
God despises all, I'm not saying nothing but the truth. If you are a person who's into the religions that are Christianity, Islam, being a Buddhist, and I'm forgetting one right now because I'm blanking. This is frowned upon. This man liked women too, T-O-O. This man told on himself right there. Now he'll act like, no, that ain't what I meant. And okay, who are we to say whatever? But I'm talking to the real boys and girls. This ain't for everybody. We know what's up. What they call him, the lead dookie, what? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this boy alone. I think I told what this boy about right here. You know what I'm saying? As far as it go with my impersonation of him. And online.
Yeah. You know, Impersonation. That's an interesting word choice that I know you weren't trying to do, because you're not smart enough to know what you were trying to say. But, you know, that's just neither here nor there. But let's just be real. You're making it up. It's false.
There are warriors. There are soldiers that are able to see what some can't see and what some don't want to see. And I found one of our online warriors, and this is my first time.
You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. This guy is pathetic. I'm just gonna be real with you. This guy's pathetic. He's slandering the lead attorney, him and his lawyer, and I don't know why his lawyer would even do this, because like it's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. And what you gonna do? You gonna take it down? Well, Lee, email me. I'll send it to you. Let me know. I'll send it to you. But it's ridiculous, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. This guy is crazy. He's literally just created an entire narrative about this man with no proof. I don't know, man. It's exhausting. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. It really is. It really is. I genuinely didn't think it could get worse. It did.